Ho, true believers. Welcome to another episode of Trundlebed Tales. Now today is going to be an in the kitchen episode, but as you can see, we are outside. This is something that really does have to do with being in the house, though today we're going to talk about cutting lilacs. Now lilacs are something that most farmsteads would have. It's one of the early things that people who are trying to spruce up and make their farmstead more home-like would plant. And they are all over, well, both the Midwest and the East Coast, and I'm not sure how far west they go, but they are really one of the last signs a lot of farmsteads that have been abandoned have, is that you will see lilacs still growing. Lilacs sort of replant themselves. Instead of really being one bush, they're sort of a group of plants, and then as they die off, more little ones come in. And in fact, you only have the second year the blossoms come back. And these are lilacs. Now it's a little different to cut those than to cut most flowers because they're strong. Lilac wood is very strong, and in fact, if you get a good piece and you carve it, it's actually purple colored. But you'll find lilacs, various colors, various shades, and modern varieties have grown to have more different colors. This particular one is one that my grandparents planted in the 1950s, and as you can see, it's still going strong. The older the variety, the better it smells, and we have some that are even older that I'm going to show you in a minute. But what you do for picking them is you're going to have some kind of cutter, and you are going to cut it off. And you want to make sure you're leaving enough stem that you have enough to go into the vase. And with that, I'm going to pick a few more. Here is some purple lilac. You can see it looks different. Well, I hope you can, different than the white. And we're going to cut off some of the purple flowers too. And you can see both colors here. These are earlier varieties. These are some that my grandmother got from her grandmother. And in my experience, they smell a lot better than the modern cultivars. I've gotten a whole bunch of lilacs picked. They are from 3 different bushes. So there's, you can see, even though they're different colors, they look pretty much the same. And one thing to note, as I said, when we got the clippers to clip them, they're pretty woody down here. And so what we're going to do is take the hammer on a hard surface and hit it about 3 times so it opens up, and that's so the water goes in better. If you leave it so it's just cut clean, it won't last as long because it won't have the water. This is actually also, oh, that's Sophie. All right. And if you can hear it, that's Blue. But what we're doing is we're going to keep doing this until we've done all of the lilacs that we cut. And then we're going to take them into the house. And I should mention that this is also a good thing to do to roses, because they also have trouble absorbing water. That's little kitty. My grandmother taught me how to do this when I was just a little girl. This is still her hammer. She got me one too, though. I have it. It's just in the house, and hers is always by the door. So, if you have a little girl, make sure you get her a hammer. And there you go. Well, we're in the kitchen now, and this is going to be the next step, and we are going to put the lilacs we picked into water to make some bouquets. Now, I've got one that is just a nice big glass one, and I have one that is a sleepy eye pitcher. Now, the first step is to fill both vases about 3/4 of the way up, maybe 2/3, with hot water. I don't know if other people do that, but I like hot water because I think it absorbs better into the lilacs. I could be wrong, but I think so. So we've got the hot water, and now we're going to take a blend of the different color lilacs that we got. This is the good smelling kind. And let's get, here's some white. Now there's some years that they're put together better than others, but it always is good to have them kind of wild and bushing out. So that is how you make lilacs. I'm going to put them around the house, and I hope that you've enjoyed seeing some of the same flowers that Laura had, and that any farmstead in the last half of the 19th century and early half of the 20th century would be sure to have. Now there's all sorts of different colored lilacs now, although originally it was just the white and the purple. So if you've got a lilac, go ahead and share a picture down below in the comments. What's your favorite color? Do you have any flowers that come from your family? And with that, I hope I see you all around the web on Trundlebed Tales. Be sure to like and subscribe. Look for my podcast on whatever your normal podcast system is, and I will see you next time on Trundlebed Tales. Remember to brighten the corner where you are. Now, if you've heard him talk about sleepy eye, especially on the television show, there was a mill there, and they had a nationally known flower, and it was known because it was named after the town, which was a which was named for a Native American chief who was very well known. You know how you put prizes and little toys in cereal for people to encourage them to buy it? Well, in the sleepy eye flower, they put pottery that they made, because it was in this pattern. Now this is not an actual Sleepy Eye one. It is a replica, and I got it from my grandmother because she always told the story that they had their milk for breakfast every morning in the Sleepy Eye pitcher. So I thought it would be a fun thing to use for a Laura fan.